going to go ahead and begin this tutorial for our boot cuffs. This is the third pattern in the series for September, and so the items you're going to need are some yarn. I'm just using up some of the puzzle yarn that I had left over. I'm not sure about yardage as to how much is left. Not a whole lot, so I would say, you know, try to keep it within 75 to 100 yards. Should be perfectly fine with that amount. And so the hooks we're going to use are going to be a 5mm hook, and then we are going to use a 4mm hook also. And then you're also going to need a needle and a pair of scissors. And so we're going to go ahead and jump in and begin. Alright guys, so to begin we're going to be starting with the bottom of the boot cuff, and this is where we're going to put like a band or some type of brim like you would a hat, and it's just to kind of stabilize the piece so that it's not sliding down your leg whenever you're wearing it. We want it to be stretchy, but we don't want it to be so stretchy that it's just going to fall down. That would just be aggravating and would kind of defeat the purpose. So what we're going to do now is take our 4mm hook. We're going to make a slip knot, and we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you should have 5 chains now, and working back in each chain we're going to single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to have a total of 4 single crochets. And so now what we're going to do is chain 1, and we're going to turn our work over. And so from here on out we're going to be working in the back loops, and we're going to be doing single crochets in the back loop. So after you've chained 1 and turned your work, the back loop is going to be the loop furthest from you. So you have 2 loops at the top here. So we're just going to be working in the one furthest away from you. So mine will be on the outside here. So you're just going to work a single crochet in each one. So you should have a total of 4. And then in the very last one, I always like to go through both loops, and that's just my preference. I think it kind of seals everything up, so you can move on to the next row. So we're gonna keep doing this. You want a total of 48 of these. So if you are like me and you count ribs, which are by 2s, which is 2 rows together, you should have a total of 24. If you count them individually, there'll be 48. So that's what you want. We're going to go ahead and join the sides after that. So just go ahead and work on your rows, and then we'll come back to join. Alright guys, so now that we have made 48 rows for our band, we are going to now join it. So to do that, we're just going to line the sides up together here, both edges. And we're just going to go through the first stitch on either side. So you're just going to put your hook through the first side, and then the next side you're going to come through that first single crochet as well. And then we are going to just slip stitch join them. And we're going to leave this bottom part open like we did the brim of our hat, and we're going to be working the top, and we will sew this together later. So now to just make everything flush around, we're going to chain 1 and single crochet in each top of each stitch row. So you chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet, and then we are going to single crochet crochet all the way around. Now that we have our round of double crochet, we are going to start the alpine stitch pattern. And so what we're going to do is just chain one this time, since we are working out of a double crochet, and we are going to front post around that first double crochet and then double crochet in the next, and then front post in the next one. So we're just going to continue that same pattern all the way around, and we're actually going to repeat this again because we are working in rounds like the hat. We don't have to do the back post double crochet alternate with this front post double crochet round, so we're just going to work those rounds up until 60. So we want to work approximately 10 rounds of that, and then we will be able to do our finishing round and then fasten off. So yeah, just repeat this pattern all the way around for 10 rounds or until you hit round 60. Guys, now that we have gotten all of our alpine stitch completed, this is going to be kind of our finishing row. We're just going to do single crochet all the way around, and this just give us a nice clean finish. And so you'll chain one, and you are going to work in the same stitch, so you're going to just put a single crochet in there, and then you're going to work a single crochet in the top of each stitch around. Alright, so we worked all the way around, and we're just going to slip stitch in the top of this chain one we made in the beginning. And that's going to seal off our edge there. And so we're pretty much done. We're going to fasten off, so you'll chain one, take your scissors, cut a tail, and then pull all the way out. And then now we're going to even our end here just to get a nice and clean finish. Just thread your needle, and then just go through nearby stitches until you are happy with the security of your tail. And then when you're happy with it, you can just snip off the excess. So now we are going to work on the little place we left open here at the bottom. We're just going to do a quick little sew together. So you want to just give yourself a decent sized tail to work with, and then thread your needle. Alright, and so then we're going to take both edges and just put them up against each other. And I always like to start at the top and work my way down, so you'll just put your needle through the matching loops on each side. I'm going to run it through one more time just to kind of seal the stitch up there. And then we are going to weave back and forth. So we'll come down towards you this time through both loops, and then we'll go away on the next one, and then we'll work towards, and then away, and what I like to do at the top here, because sometimes it doesn't look quite joined together, I want to make that look like a smooth transition. I take and I will go through the loop again to make a second loop, so it looks like a stitch essentially, rather than just where we've sewn the sides together. It just makes it look a little more even. And then you can weave in as you see fit. So again, whatever makes you feel a little more comfortable with the security of your piece. And then you'll just fasten off. Alright, and then we just got this final tail here to weave in, and so you'll just weave that in and then we should be all finished. Alright, and here's our finished boot cuffs, you guys. Super cute the way they turned out. I know they don't really match as far as with each other, but I think it's kind of cute with the quirkiness. They're definitely from the same yarn, you can tell that. But yeah, they don't necessarily match, but I'm okay with that. Sometimes that'll drive, you know, you guys crazy or other people crazy, but I don't mind. I think it's super cute and it makes the pieces unique. But yeah, I hope you guys like this tutorial, and please subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on social media and I'll link that below. I'll see you in the next video.